Hey guys, okay, deep breath. This might just be the widest free cleaning job I ever done. So here's the story. Today I showed up in one of those fancy old neighborhoods. You know, trees everywhere, nice calm streets, birds singing like nothing bad ever happens here. But I'm not showing up in a car or anything cool. No, I wake up with this huge, loud, ugly plastic bag full of cleaning stuff. I probably looked like a janitor who got lost in the wrong zip code, but hey, it's not about how you end up. It's about what you do once you're inside. Now this apartment. Man, this thing been through it. It's got that freshly renovated but not finished vibe. You can smell the dust and paint. Like someone started giving it a second life and just gave up halfway. But the crazy part? Nobody's touched the mess. There's leftover giant boxes, tools, weird stains, and honestly, I don't even know what's under that pile in the corner. I don't think I want to know. But you know what? I live for this. I love the mess because this is transformation in its rawest form, and we're gonna bring the place back to life. Alright, let me gear up real quick. Mask on, glove, tight sleeves, roll up. Let's get to it. The moment I stepped in, it hit me. That smell of fresh plaster and dust mixed with silence. No future, no memories yet, just raw walls and potential. I grabbed my gloves and mask and my body was tired, but my mind went back to a time I used to live in a place where every corner whispered hopelessness, no sunlight, no order, no future. I remember scrubbing floors just to feel something real. And now years later, I'm here cleaning something a second chance. Funny how life works. And while I worked, I thought maybe the person moving here needs a fresh start. Maybe they've been through things too. Every stain I erased, I imagined someone breathing earlier. Every piece of trash I bagged, I let go of something inside me too. It's hard, but it's beautiful. Doing something useful, something honest. I didn't earn $1 today, but I earned a piece of myself back. You know, sometimes I feel like cleaning isn't just about wiping away dirt. It's about wiping away memories. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that sometimes when I start scrubbing a surface, I'm actually scrubbing away everything I've been carrying. All the emotional mess I've had to hold in. I remember when I was a kid, I wasn't just a shy one in the back of the class. I was the kid who felt invisible, and that feeling, it stuck with me for so long. I used to sit in my room, feeling like no one saw me, like I didn't belong anywhere, and cleaning, well, it wasn't just a chore, it was release. I wasn't good at talking to people, at making friends, at fitting in, but you know what I could do? I could clean. I could pick up the pieces, put them in the right place. I could organize the chaos around me if my mind was a mess. I found comfort in the repetition, the routine, the control, and even when the world fell out of control, I knew if I cleaned my space, at least that world feel right. I think that's why when I started cleaning this house today, it wasn't just about the dirt on the floors or the mess in the kitchen. It was about remembering that sometimes life gets messy, and that's okay because it's flexible. You know, I remember cleaning my room as a kid, just obsessively wiping down every corner, trying to make anything neat and perfect. And it wasn't just because I like things clean. It was because in that chaos of my life, cleaning gave me something I could control. It was the one thing I felt good at. I don't think anyone ever noticed how much it helped me. It wasn't about impressing anyone. It was about taking back a little piece of myself that was lost. But you know what? In a way, that how I've always felt like I was cleaning up piece of me, trying to make sense of who I was, who I was supposed to be. I remember the first time I started to speak up in school. It was hard. I'd fumble over my words, my stomach would twist into knots, and I could feel the eye of everyone on me. But I kept going, kept trying, and slowly, so slowly, I started to believe in myself. And maybe, just maybe, I realized it wasn't about the perfection. It was about effort, about showing up even when it's hard. I remember thinking I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not confident enough to be in the room with all these other kids. And I would just sit there, quiet, blending into the background. It wasn't that I didn't want to speak, it was that I felt like no one would listen. But then cleaning, oddly enough, became my therapy. The broom became my voice, the dustpan my tool for understanding the mess inside my head. I could move things, organize things, and for one once I felt like I had control over everything. Every time I clean a new room like this, it feels like I'm unlocking a new part of me. Like I'm picking up the pieces of my life, dusting off all the confusion and saying, it's okay, you're going to get through this. And look, that's exactly what's happened here today. And look, that's exactly what's happening here today. I'm not just cleaning a house, I'm healing parts of me that have been broken for so long. I'm letting go of the idea that I need to be perfect, because perfection, it's a lie. Life isn't perfect. No house is, no person is. But the effort matters. There was a day I never thought I'd get past the feeling of being invisible. I feeling like I didn't matter. I used to wonder if I ever fit in, if anyone would ever see me, really see me. But I guess in a way I started seeing myself through my work, through what I could control. The cleaning, the steps, the routine. And here, in this room, with this broom, I feel like I'm finally letting go of that old version of myself. The version that doubted everything. The version that was afraid to speak. Because now when I clean, I know I'm doing it for myself. Not to impress anyone, but to remind myself that I'm capable. I'm worthy. So, if you're watching this and you're even feel like you don't belong, like you're not enough, I want you to know you are. You are enough. Sometimes we just need to clean up the mess around us and inside us to remember that. And for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm doing something real, something meaningful. It's not just cleaning, it's healing. And for once, I'm okay with the mess because that's life. It's never going to be perfect, but we can always clean it up step by step. Alright, time to roll up my sleeves. I start with the kitchen because, well, that's where the soul of every home hides under the grease. I scrapped up some weird drilled up gunk from the counter. Like, what even was that? Felt like I was uncovering history layer by layer. Mold, glue, ancient pizza sauce, you name it. There's something so satisfying about watching the grime peel off in one swipe. I hit the cabinets next. Same deal. At some points I just zone out and let the scrubbing take over. This apartment, even in this state, started feeling like someone's future. I remember me of the time I helped clean out my aunt's old apartment after she passed. Same echoes in the walls. Same sense of silence waiting for new stories. I think that's what keeps me coming back to jobs like this. It's never just about dirt. It's about turning a forgotten place into a place someone can breathe again. Now the living room, man. It was wild. Dust everywhere and what looked like dried paint or spilled soup. Who knows? I found a broken lamp, a single sock, and believe it or not, a perfectly good notebook full of handwritten poems. Someone had dreams here. Later, a neighbor passed and said, "You guys doing a full reset, huh?" And thought, yeah, that's the word. Reset. Not just for this place, but maybe even for me. I didn't have running water. So I used bottles and buckets. Like back in the day. That hustle. I'm not just here to clean, I'm here to honor a place that's ready to start over. By the end of day 2, my body was toast, but my heart full. You know that feeling when you slip back, look around, and realize you actually changed something. That's what this was. The living room, clean. The kitchen, shiny. The nasty bathroom, don't even get me started. Feels like it's belonging in another universe now. And the best part? The moment we laid out the last trash bag, one of the neighbors gave us a thumb up and said, "Respect, man." That hit different. We weren't just removing junk, we were uncovering possibility. There's still a long way to go, I know that. The place needs a full plumbing rebuild, some deep repairs, and maybe a little love from a good landlord, but now it feels alive again, it feels ready. Thanks for coming on this journey with me, and hey, if you know anyone who needs a place cleaned, renewed, or brought back to life, you know where to find me. It's who I am. See you in the next one.